There we go. Get it in.
Oi. And we're here for episode 16. Can you believe it?
No, not at all.
Keep believing. How have you been?
Yeah. So, mate. So.
Yeah. I have something to play for you.
Go on then.
Let's have a look.
Check the ref.
And talking about Bournemouth. AFC Bournemouth versus your second team Arsenal.
Yeah, it's Arsenal.
Stop.
It's got to be an Arsenal win, unfortunately.
He's playing a video.
Shocked if they lose that.
And it's the first game after the international break. So,
Blah, 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 blah.
Bournemouth
Saka's
don't really...
Saka's injured.
Sorry?
Can we cut the audio? Is there a possibility? I'm sure I've got that for the mics to cut everything out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've only ever beaten Arsenal.
We've only beaten Arsenal once before. And this weekend, last weekend.
Winner. His one and only goal.
What
If
year was that?
I am incorrect, if Jordan Ivan scored more than one goal for AFC Bournemouth, let us know.
That's it. So,
when
what do you think of it?
Okay, I said this to you earlier. It was Bournemouth's game to lose after watching it. I should be talking and clicking that. Bournemouth's game to lose. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. What a result. Now I'm very big on the underdogs winning. I really am. I genuinely am. I've always said
Look at
that.
his face.
No, I've always
Say
said
that again in a straight face.
Okay, the underdogs. No, but I always have. I genuinely have, mate. But the yellow card. What do you think? Or not the yellow card.
What yellow card?
Well, actually saying that, the decision that was made that actually turned the whole game. What do you think?
Listen, Arsenal have a big enough squad
Yeah.
to be able to deal with the odd red card here and there.
True.
Right?
True.
They got the depth, just like Man City,
Yeah.
Liverpool. You know, they should be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
And still win the game. So, for those Arsenal fans which are saying, "Oh, but we've got a man sent off," I'm thinking, deal with it. Deal with it, because you guys have got such a big squad. Okay, Saka was out, and Ogard, or whatever his name is, the Norwegian striker. But you've got a massive squad, so you should get the guys should be ready to take on the challenge of stepping into place. So I don't think it's an excuse. I mean, for smaller clubs like Bournemouth, if they get a red card, it's more of a big deal. So and. Well, yeah. Go
Right,
ahead.
thanks for joining the Nick and Matt Football Podcast. I'm out of there with those words. Bye.
No, it's just
great
Nick
words.
and me.
No, they're great words, mate, for a Bournemouth fan. That's brilliant, because I remember Arsene Wenger's time, I think I don't know, when he used to, whatever, right?
Well, he started in 96.
Yeah. So when...
Late 96.
Okay.
I know that because of a certain dealing I had with Mr. Who was the chairman of Arsenal? Reid?
David
Reid?
David Dean. David Dean. Couldn't think of that then.
But that's a thing for another episode.
Didn't you punch him?
Hey?
Didn't you punch him?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I might have dreamt that. But no, so they coming back, they used to be able to play with 10 men and dominate.
Yeah.
It's like, so, and you are totally correct. So, but then...
Thank you, I always am.
But to come back to that, it's like, from what I watched, Bournemouth played well, really well. There was a few missed opportunities, but still, it was...
Everything could have changed if Martinelli had actually shot a goal after Kepa's massive blunder.
What was that, 10 minutes after?
Yeah, roughly about
Something
that.
like
Yeah. Because Kepa has to stop doing that. Just boot the ball forward. You know what I mean?
It's exciting football.
I know, but he, just like with there was the Chelsea goalkeeper Sanchez at Liverpool.
Yes.
He almost got into trouble on the weekend as well. So Simple passes. These are things that go back to the school days, goal side, easy pass.
Yeah.
Go back to basics. Get your football right. I mean...
Do you know what I think of Kepa? I think that he is... not... Raya, sorry. Right? David Raya, right? He seems the sort of person that if you took him out on a night out, you don't know if he's going to be really good or if he's going to start a fight. You got no idea what's going to happen.
You'd hope if you took him out, he wouldn't have the opportunity to start a fight.
You just don't know. It's just that one. You just don't know what's going to happen. You really don't.
There we go. This is venturing into nightclubs and fights and stuff.
Yeah. Well, who did I say? I said David Raya. That's Arsenal.
David Raya.
Oh, mate, I've had.
Oh, you're talking about Kepa?
Yeah, sorry. I did say that. I'm really sorry. Anyone out there? I've had hardly any sleep. Yeah, he's the sort of person that you're going to go out because you just don't know what's going to happen. They're punching balls left, right, and centre, which you can hold on to.
Not every goalkeeper holds on to the balls.
No, that is true.
Neto is notorious for not holding on to balls. Yeah. Anyway, Neto seems a distant memory.
Yeah.
He's at Arsenal actually. He didn't come on.
Yeah.
But who would come on if David Raya was fit? I mean, he's just he's a great goalkeeper. I mean, I can understand why poor I've forgotten the Bournemouth's goalkeeper's name. Not the he who plays for Southampton.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Him. I think we've both
Ramsdale. Rambo.
I think we've both had no sleep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, mate. So 27 minutes in, headphones. Sorry, mate, my headphones. I need to change the cables on this, and I've been very lazy. Right, let's do one. So basically, 27 minutes in, yellow card that got upgraded to a red.
Upgraded, or you said the commentator said, "Oh yeah, that's definitely a yellow." Isn't that right?
Yeah, it was like definitely a yellow. That's I
thought so. I thought it would be a yellow.
And then there was no comment. Oh, I'm a little bit wrong on that point.
What did he say? It's been upgraded.
Yeah, it's been upgraded. It's
Forget
like
what I said about the yellow. It's been upgraded. Yes, the referee.
Mate,
so what did they do? They obviously this is the first VAR decision going Bournemouth's way.
Yeah.
And they took the straight line approach. Oh, yeah.
Straight
what was
line.
His name Saliba, which was the defender that got sent off.
Yeah.
They said, he was the last man in defence. So rules are rules. Yeah. It's not like one of those dodgy. One of those dodgy countries where they do the line and they sort of twist it a bit, saying, no, there was another guy on the last defence. This is Premier League, mate.
Don't get me wrong. It was a good decision, I think, as an Arsenal fan for a yellow card, right? But no, this it's a tough one because the VAR has done well. And he was the last man. For a change, yeah. And he was the last man, but it's not consistent throughout the Premier League.
No, they have to check the club badge first. Small club? No.
Is it blue? What's the colour? Is it light blue? That's it. Yep, no, you're on, mate. No. Michael Oliver.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Kepa's blunder when it was still 0-0. That could have changed the game.
That could have changed the game, yeah. But was that the Semenyo? Let's have a check my notes. No, because that was just after the goal, wasn't it? Yeah. So, well, look.
It's just almost like, oh man, no, not again. And I'm thinking, thank goodness Martinelli didn't score. But then, halfway through the second half, and what happens? Goal!
Yes. So I had to think then. That's like, what else happened?
I'm still trying to wake him up.
Yeah. No, well, actually, before the half, I think I brought this up to you earlier, where the commentators, I don't think the commentators, I think they might have been watching another game, or they were just favouring.
They said something, didn't they?
Before the half, he turned. I can't remember which commentator. I don't know their names. I'm sorry.
Commentator number one.
Just before the half, the commentator said, Arsenal really haven't provided much going forward. I don't know if he saw that they were down to 10 men. Yeah, it's like, okay. and then Semenyo after the half. What do you do?
Shot over the bar, didn't he?
Yeah, it was 0-0. It was 46 minutes. He put it over the bar. Admittedly, yeah, it should have been a chance, but hey, it is what it is. And the commentator said, basically, that's probably Bournemouth's only chance from, in so many words. That's going to be their only chance. They should have finished that, because I don't think you're going to get a better chance than that.
Right.
How wrong.
That was a great team. We're going to have to find out the name of the commentators. Actually, if you do know the name of the commentators for that game, put them down in the comments section. And whilst I'm saying about comment section, please like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so that you will get our latest content every Sunday afternoon if you're in Australia.
Yes.
Yes. So
That's right.
that was a commercial break for us. But did Bournemouth get any other chances?
I think they scored a couple. I'm not too sure, mate. I can't really remember because I've had there's a lack of sleep.
Memory loss.
On purpose. Mate, there was a great goal from Christie, 69th minute. It was an amazing
He scored
finish.
for Scotland the weekend before.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scores like once every 7 games for Scotland. He scores once every 7 years for Bournemouth. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, great finish. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good to watch. And then Cliver converted a penalty. I think it was a very dubious decision for the penalty.
I tell you what, if we get players from the 1970s watching the type of penalties they give away these days, they'll be either rolling in their grave or wetting themselves laughing.
Truthfully, though, he made contact.
Yeah, at the top of his heel, I think he just had a bit of a thing. But come on, mate.
Yeah, but look at it from any other club's point of view.
I know everyone else is getting them. So
Yeah.
So this has got to be the first time I remember in a long time where Bournemouth have had two VAR decisions go their way in one game.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, wow, that's nuts.
But I believe it was a penalty. I genuinely believe it was.
Look, and as soon as Clive was going to take it, I thought he ain't going to miss.
No.
He's a pretty good penalty taker. So
Yeah.
as much as I would have liked Evan Nelson to take it, I'm thinking, no, just let's get that second goal cushion.
Yeah.
And put Arsenal to the sword. So I should use my pen for that.
Yeah, and Clivert converted, mate. So brilliant. But what I did say to you was that I was like, he just picked the ball up and put it under his, as if like he scored a hat trick. And I was going
I reckon that goal was worth a hat trick.
Yeah, but it's their FA Cup win, isn't it?
No, it isn't,
right.
yeah.
But I was going, he's just picked the ball up, put it under his top, as if like he's just scored a hat trick. And then you went, yeah, his missus is pregnant. Yeah, and I was like, okay.
Yep.
I get you. So
Yep.
I generally didn't get it. I was just looking at it with pure confusion. Going,
Yeah, I think the following day or on the Monday, AFC Bournemouth gave him a present when they came into the offices.
a Porsche.
I
did actually see that, mate. Actually,
the present?
Yeah, I did, and
He unwrapped I think it was some baby clothes and stuff like that, and then they thought it was a boy. He said, "Oh no, it's a girl."
I did. Okay, in
When
my
did you see that?
I saw it on Instagram. Hard
okay.
at work.
Bosses ain't watching.
And I saw like a little clip come up, and I was just like, they're handing him a present. And I'll be honest with you, I was too busy trying to find.
Yeah, he's busy now. So he was on Instagram, but he was too busy. So see how he contradicts himself.
Yeah. So yeah, I did see, and then that's
Yep. That's.
So, but
Yeah. Well, tough loss for you, but hey, you guys have won enough games already. I think we needed to win that one, especially coming from the international break. I think last week I said that when Bournemouth comes back from the international break, we don't really put a good performance together. So obviously, this time round, we managed to put in a decent shift. It was interesting.
Totally.
I showed that audio clip on the phone earlier, but any pre-game interview on other channels and stuff, pretty much all the Bournemouth supporters were going 3-1 to Arsenal.
yeah, even
Some of us had a draw. put a draw, that's the best to hope for and stuff like that. But that's the beauty of the Premier League, isn't it?
Yes, the beauty of football.
Just being able to get a result against a top team.
Yeah, totally.
You get those in other leagues, but it's a lot of rare. It's more of a rare occurrence. In the Premier League, you can see those every now and then.
And that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it watchable. Look, coming from an Arsenal fan, and not very good Arsenal fan, like I say, but
bad Arsenal fan. Bad Arsenal.
I do like the underdogs winning. I generally do.
Yeah, but that's a typical British trait, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is. We all go. If your team's if your team's not playing the FA Cup,
yeah,
you would normally go with the underdog, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So that's a British thing. I mean, obviously, if your team's playing, then of course you root for your team. But I mean, if you're that's why in my life, FA Cup Saturday, 12 o'clock when the programme would start, we'd be there all the way up until 3, then kick off. We'd make a weekend out of it, or at least a Saturday. And then, and that's one of the things my family used to do. Pretty much, no matter who played.
Yeah.
Starting with 1981 FA Cup, which I mentioned last week to Dale Owens from New Zealand, the Spurs versus Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's moving the furniture?
I thought that was you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, mate,
So, anything else on the Bournemouth game? No. Okay.
No, it was a great win, mate. It was an excellent win, and I said earlier, it was Bournemouth's to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a slightly later kick-off.
Yeah. That's why they lost, Arsenal.
That's why they lost. They couldn't handle the darkness. Mind you, they probably just played in Europe a few days before.
Yeah.
And those games are normally 8 o'clock in the evening anyway, aren't they?
They're like the birds. When it starts getting dark, they fall asleep.
They fall asleep.
No.
So I want to go on to another game, if that's all right with you. Liverpool versus Chelsea.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm segueing into that is because there was another goalkeeper blunder.
Was there?
Which also was saved.
Yeah.
And that was Sanchez from Chelsea.
Okay.
And there was also a penalty decision. So we had a lot of VAR activity in the Liverpool versus Chelsea game. We had a penalty for Liverpool in the 28th minute by Curtis Jones. And that was, I mean, that was even less contact than was in the Evan Nielsen penalty, but there was contact. So Salah took it and scored.
Yeah,
but that had to go through VAR. And then
what the penalty?
No. Well, obviously the penalty check and stuff. You know what I mean?
Sorry, mate. I generally thought you meant there. Look at him holding his head. Let us just go. Right. This is going to be the whole.
For next episode, we're going to have to make sure you sleep a full 8 hours, mate.
Yeah. But no, I generally thought you meant that they had to check Salah's penalty as he took it for VAR. I was like, this silly. This is.
No. And then there was another one where Sanchez, I think it was also Curtis Jones, flipped over.
Okay.
But they managed to they checked, the referee called a penalty, but then they saw that Sanchez got to the ball to kick it away first.
Okay.
And then that got overruled.
Yep.
So that's unusual, normally for a penalty to be overruled. But anyway, that's but it was spectacular because he just flipped over.
Did he?
Yeah, so that was an interesting half.
Sanchez.
And then Chelsea scored an equaliser through Jackson towards the end of the first half.
Okay.
It was judged to be offside.
Yeah.
But then it was overturned and it was given. Wow. So it was 1-1 by the first half. Wow. So a lot of VAR activity in the first half, pretty much none in the second. With just Curtis Jones scoring the winner from a Salah pass in the 51st minute. And after that was, meh.
I need to ask a question then for the VAR, because this is something I don't know, and I don't know if you know. Does a player have to go to the referee and call it, or is it purely down to the referee? What is it? Do you know?
What, when it comes to offsides and things like that?
Just say like the ref misses it. Do they then go?
Well,
Ref,
players naturally go like that, or
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like, oh, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Would you mind checking the VAR?
Ref,
I think it
do us
might be a
favour.
tad offside. Sorry?
Ref, do us a favour, please, old boy.
Oh, chap.
Yeah, as they're doing that with their moustache.
Moustache. Smoking a pipe and then putting it in your
They're
pocket and then
doing it. Ref, can you? Yeah. So does it have to be that? Because you think so. Say like it's an offside and no one and the ref doesn't see it. The linesman somehow doesn't see it. Can they?
the crowd will see it.
Yeah, I know, but the crowd are going to boo anyway, aren't they? So I
Yeah,
just
but if the ref doesn't see it and the linesman doesn't see it, then why are they reffing the game?
Michael Oliver.
Michael Oliver.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so he doesn't see anything but blue. Come from an Arsenal fan. Anyway, so I just wonder if they can call. I just wonder if they can call it, and say, look, ref, can you have a check? Because for any particular reason, I don't know. Obviously, screaming at them.
You're being so polite.
I am. Yeah.
Can you please have a check?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I don't know if you can do it.
Look, but players normally protest at the smallest of things, so they're always gonna say something.
Yeah.
It's very rare whether it's offside and the players
Okay.
don't call it out from the other team, so they're obviously going to do that. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a good game, nonetheless. Yeah.
I thought it was a good game, especially the first half. First half was really good. Entertaining. I mean, Liverpool, Chelsea. I mean, that's a great fixture.
Bags of talent there, isn't
Sorry?
there? Bags of talent.
Oh, bags of talent. Trolleys of talent. Yeah. I mean, it's just again another example of those clubs having a second starting 11 up to scratch that can actually perform and step into any role. And one moment.
Sorry, mate. Shh. Yeah. Yawning. I was yawning. Sorry, I was trying to hide it and I couldn't.
You couldn't hide it. We can flick a button and just put them on me.
That's it. I'm just
That's
there.
what you did, did he?
Yeah. No. Just everything's on you anyway.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Whilst he has a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Liverpool, Chelsea is always a great fixture.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Another match I saw was the Wolverhampton Man City.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that is because I know last year Wolverhampton won that game.
Did they?
So,
I didn't know.
and that was under Gary O'Neill. So
that.
I think I thought, well, this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And it was. It was interesting. It was like all Man City. But the breakaway that they had, I think, was in the 6th or 7th minute. Larson, the Swedish guy. Was
that when the ref blew for half time and they just ran forward?
6 minutes. The Wolves took the lead.
Did they?
Wolves took the lead, and there was a lot of well, as you would expect, Man City all the time, and obviously bang on the counter. So that was the strategy. Stick together, be on the counter, and try and get Man City that way. The goalkeeper, the standing goalkeeper, Sá. His name's Portuguese. He's a Portuguese goalkeeper. He had so many saves. They were brilliant saves. There were saves when even the Wolves players thinking that the Man City were going to score, and he managed to get.
Wow.
So he was for me. He was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Larson, also the Swedish striker, or Swedish or Norwegian, Scandinavian.
Yeah.
He played pretty well. I think Wolves is a good team. They just haven't got the rhythm yet. So once they get started, they'll be fine. They are bottom of the Premier League at the moment.
Just about to ask that. Where are they actually at the moment?
They're bottom with another team's called Yeah. Snake. But Wolves are playing well, and
Yeah, but
Man
not well
City-
enough.
Sorry?
Not well enough.
Not well enough. Gvardiol for Man City scored in the 30-something minute.
Okay, yeah.
And that was because the Wolves players just couldn't clear it out of the 18-yard box or 6-yard box, and it seemed like one of those schoolboy moments,
Yeah.
and they're trying to get the ball away from trouble and they just couldn't get it out. So that was a 1-1.
Wow.
And it stayed 1-1 till pretty much the 95th minute.
Okay.
So Wolves were hanging on for draw. What happened was basically Man City had the 18th corner of the game.
Okay, yeah.
That's a lot of corners. And Bernardo Silva seemed to be offside, but that's a Man City player.
Yeah.
But Stones scored it from the goal. There's VAR, and then there was about a minute or two wait, and then it was given a goal. And of course, Gary O'Neill
Yeah.
flared up a bit. And
Was it a good decision or not from the VAR? It's got to be. The thing is with VAR, it has to be 100%.
Well, look, the ball from Stones as he kicked it, I think he kicked it, or no, he headed it. The trajectory of the ball through to goal, there was no player in the line of goal.
Okay.
And he wasn't obstructing the goalkeeper. Although Bernardo Silva, before Stones had headed it, had given the goalkeeper Sarr a bit of a push, and then ducked down. So I would have given that as a foul against the goalkeeper, but it was a minor push. I would have only given it a foul because it was Man City.
Who was in the operating room for the VAR?
What's his name?
Michael Oliver.
Michael Oliver.
Or is he? We've got. It's so funny now. We've got so much on him. It's like Michael. It's Oliver again, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed that game, and I knew that would be a tightly contested, even though we both predicted a Man City win.
Yeah.
But good on Gary O'Neill. I've got no ill feeling toward Gary O'Neill. I want him to do well, and I think he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Wolves fans, Gary O'Neill will be okay. You'll get out of the relegation zones. I know that myself. And if you want to keep the video, just take a note of episode 16, the end of the season when Nick said Wolves will be fine, and in actual fact, Wolves went down. No, they won't. They won't go down. I know that. They got a good squad.
That'd be so funny if that's it from now on. They're going to be doomed to go down after you say that. Look at me at the end of this season.
I guarantee it. I do a Bill Foley guarantee. We will not be relegated.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But that was a good game. That was I enjoyed that. That was, yeah. I think I do like the. I was going to say that I do like the way they play. I mean, I prefer Bournemouth the way they play, but but I always keep an eye out for the Wolves results.
Yeah. Again, it's a smaller club. You'd rather have.
Wolves fan would disagree, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I generally think like the top 5 clubs. If they win, like I say, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm also a Bournemouth fan. If they win, it's like, yay, brilliant, amazing. But if some of the lower clubs win, it's even better.
It's great.
Yeah.
I look, always want a lower club to win.
Yeah.
I'm just ticking off my things here. Talking about winning.
Yes.
Auckland City won their first ever game in the A-League.
Who against? It was Brisbane, wasn't it?
Brisbane Roar.
Yeah.
It's 2-0. 2-0.
Yeah.
A fully sold out stadium at Go Media Stadium in Auckland. And they scored it was an own goal, but Sakai shot into the 6-yard box, and Van der Sag from Brisbane, I guess, either tried to clear it out or it just ricocheted. It came off him and hit a goal. Hey, goals come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
And
even if it's from VAR.
Oh, well, VAR and own goals and stuff. And then Rogerson in the second half, I think it was the 70th minute. Just scored with a bit of a space to the right of the goal. Bang, 2-0.
Cool.
So our friend Dale was there, and Blair from the port and a few others and stuff. So no, it's nice. They did a march from one point of the city into the stadium and stuff like that. That is actually quite an American thing to do.
Is
have
it?
the march to the stadium.
I don't get that.
It's just a celebration. I mean,
Saying
especially
that, we did a march the other week.
you did.
You, me, Glenn, we did a march from the pub to the ground. That was good enough. It was 10 minutes. That's a march for me. Let's get to the game. Hurry up, let's go.
That's it. I'll finish off on
Sorry.
Auckland, and then we'll actually go to the Sydney
Yeah.
Derby because we are touching on the A-League. So that was 24,100 or something, 24,100.
Okay.
Sellout crowd. Let's hope it's not a one-off. They've got another home game tomorrow, or by the time this airs, it'll be today,
Okay.
2 p.m. That's against Sydney FC. Sydney FC go to Auckland to play Auckland FC. That'll be an interesting game. I wasn't quite sure on how Brisbane Roar was going to start this season. It doesn't look like they're a very good team, but I mean it's kind of hard to judge on just the performance from one game. You can
Yeah.
always have an off day.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
like
again, start of the season. If it's start of the season, really, you'd hope you'd start well, but if you don't, sometimes people are a bit rusty.
It's not the end of the world. That fly is bothering you, is it?
No, it's not. It's
No?
just he's just getting in. We didn't ask him. He's not here
He's
for
not
the
here.
interview.
He's probably the guest. The guest, the fly.
Of which we can
So that was good. So basically, Auckland won their first game. They were top
Brilliant.
of the league for a bit. They were top. No, leave them alone.
Not on my flag. You saw I was going to pick this
that.
up.
Yeah.
He's on you. Go away. Look, this is ridiculous. Professional
That's
setup.
right.
This
Just
is.
mind over matter. So that's. I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah.
They just keep coming round. It's probably the Arsenal top.
It is the Arsenal top.
Right,
When's the last time you washed that?
When did I buy this? Yeah. So no, but it was a good result. 2-0.
2-0. They were top of the A League for a few hours, I think, until MacArthur. They smashed 6 goals against.
Wow.
I think it was Newcastle. No, Newcastle.
They should have been top of the table when the league started, shouldn't they?
A.
Alphabetically.
Alphabetically, unless there's another A team. I don't think so. There is.
Is it like the Yellow Pages? Their actual name is something like AAA Melbourne.
Yeah, actually, that's when if you're a plumber or electrician, you give yourself a AAA name or something. Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah. Who scored? Come on. Got no idea who it is.
Probably not even football.
Could be full contact yoga.
Could be. So that was good. That was awesome to have Auckland winning, and look, if they win again today, even better.
Yep.
So you're going to talk about the Sydney Derby, or what memories you have of it? You're on your phone most of the time.
I don't want to put the team down. No, it was. Do you know what? And this is me. Sums me up completely. It was great for the fact that I had a beer with you, Glenn, and
Sergio.
Yeah, met Sergio for the first time. Great bloke, drives buses, red buses,
double-decker buses.
Double-decker buses, yeah. So, and he actually offered, because I'm going to watch Oasis in Sydney. Right, so
here we go again, Oasis. How many episodes later?
I was just about to say, how many episodes
Probably
earlier
about
was it?
5 or 6 later.
Right, and he goes, if you want, he goes, because we spoke about, I don't know how it brought up, but he said, we could probably do some sort of a deal to drive you in the red bus down there, park up outside. I was like, not a bad idea.
Just Sergio driving and you at the top.
Just me. That'd be so funny. Obviously, he meant get more people in, but I just get off. Cheers, drive. Same time after, yeah, please.
Where's the Oasis concert in Sydney?
It's
the
it's
arena, isn't it?
It's where Taylor Swift had hers, right out west. We're not out west. Is it the Cord?
Homebush?
Yeah, around there.
They keep changing the name. It used to be called the Superdome. Used to be called the, Okay.
I knew I flew my drone there from one of the car parks I was working at.
We'll get fined for that. Okay.
I don't know what
yeah,
type
no, that
of
was a
drone.
good game. The Sydney Derby.
Yeah.
I
It was good, mate. It
It's
was.
a nice stadium. Combank
Yeah.
Stadium in Parramatta is
Yeah.
in America we call them a SSS, a soccer specific stadium. They call them Triple S. But it is a very nice stadium. I think it's nice and compact. I call it the Lego Stadium because it looks like it's a Lego kit stadium.
That's what they're all
especially
like
when
now.
when you go in there for the first time,
Yeah.
like early, and there's no one there.
Yeah.
You look at it and thinking, oh, this is.
It
like
was
a,
nice. It was a lovely stadium. It was
Yes.
seriously lovely stadium.
Yeah, and the fireworks and the
Yeah, the pyrotechnics. Yeah.
pyrotechnics, the what do you call the gas, the fire gas thing or whatever,
Yeah.
the blow torches.
Yeah. Pyrotechnics, the fire.
Yeah, and also the lighting
Very good.
display.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you felt the warmth. How far away do you think we were from the fire?
at all. We were quite close to the edge.
Well, saying that, I'd say we had to be about 10 metres at least.
Probably closer, actually. I reckon probably about 7.
Okay.
No, actually, no, you're probably right. 10 minutes. Yeah.
10.2.
I was like this. I was warming my hands on the.
Was thinking of suing because I got no hair left after.
Too late. If you there are no more episodes. I'd be deleting episodes now. So
But it was really warm. Now, and I think I told you this story when I was there. I went to watch 50 Cent in the BIC when he was there, right? Shaking your head. Do you know him?
yeah.
Okay, good.
No,
Sorry,
not
the
my
way,
cup of tea.
I know, but the way you were shaking your head
I was
as if
like,
like I
okay,
was
here we
like,
go.
I've got no, I don't know who he is. No, okay, but they had pyrotechnics at the front, and
the
I was
front.
all the way at the back of the main hall, and you could feel the heat all the way back there.
That's when you lost your hair.
That's when it started to go, and me and my brother-in-law were going, "What's it like for them at the front? That's hot." But anyway, so yeah, the pyrotechnics.
Pyrotechnics. No, was that the highlight of the game for you?
No, the highlight of the game for me was the burger that I had. No, it wasn't.
Burger.
No, it wasn't. It was a good game, mate. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. Well, is this your first A-League game?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know what to expect. Yeah, I don't know. When I see a game of football after watching the Premier League, I expect every team to play like that, even if it's a Sunday league team. Do you know what I mean? It's but
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. It was interesting because Sydney scored first, then Western Sydney Wanderers equalised.
yeah,
Juan Mata, the star signing for Western Sydney Wanderers, didn't come on until the second half. We had Costa, the Brazilian player, playing for Sydney from the start. He was good. I don't think for me there was a standout player, even though obviously Costa was more standout than Mata, I think.
Yeah.
But
it was a nice free-flowing game, though, wasn't it?
it was.
Fast-paced.
It was fast-paced. I mean, it's a Sydney derby. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we were expecting a tough fight. I think the last fixture at Parramatta was a 4-0 win for Sydney FC. So I wasn't expecting that this time around, but I was expecting a bit of you want a bit of excitement, maybe a few player bust-ups and.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't watched a live game like that in a good stadium for a good few years, and I still think that a fair challenge is a knee-height tackle, right? And the game is totally different. Do you know what I mean?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you said earlier with like the penalties. The lightest of touches, and it looks like a sniper shot them from row ZZ.
Yeah.
It's
that's right.
yeah. So but it was a good game, a fast-paced game. I expect more from a derby, as in like more grit, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the modern game.
Talking about derbies, we have this derby here. Hibernian play Hearts this weekend.
Okay.
Hibs have not been doing too well. We're actually bottom of the Scottish League at the moment. Hearts were bottom, but they sacked their manager a couple of weeks ago. Ooh. And there's always the danger to those that are immediately above the bottom place team is that when you get a new manager on board, the players want to impress the manager and they'll want to make sure that they stay in the starting 11, or those that haven't started have got nothing to lose. So everyone ups their game, and Hearts have had a pretty good run of form last weekend. They beat They beat someone 4-0. St Mirren 4-0. That was the team we lost to 3-1, I think it was, at the first game of the season. Yeah, they beat St Mirren last weekend 4-0, and that 4-0 win is, especially when at the bottom, goal difference is gonna be quite important. And then midweek they had a Europa Conference League game against Ammonia Nicosia. They won 2-0 as well, so they're two matches in a row winning. Now could be the best thing to happen to Hibs, or the worst thing, having an Edinburgh derby come up, where if we win we can really propel ourselves. But given the fact that Hearts have had a couple of wins under the belt, like the last two games, even though the game is at Easter Road, Hibs ground, I don't know. We lost last weekend to Dundee United. We were winning 2-1 after the 90th minute, and we just capitulated. We had a red card in the 85th minute. Newell got a red card, so that brought us down to 10 men. And then within 8 minutes, I think Stevenson or something, or I can't remember.
8 minutes, so 3 minutes into injury time.
3 minutes into injury time, basically they score. And 9 minutes into injury time, they turned the match around and we lost.
9?
So Dundee United, won at home 3-2. We were winning 2-1, and
Why was there 9? What is it? Fergie time? What happened there?
No idea. And one of the goals that Dundee scored, I mean, it's just like the Hibs defence just failed to clear. All the, the ball, and they just whacked it in the back of the net, and. And then the third goal was the defenders and the goalkeeper mix up, and the goalkeeper came out to punch it, and a couple of Hibs defenders were in the way, and then they took advantage of that and scored the winner. So
have they just not got a particularly strong team this season, or are they not just clicking?
Look, I think for the first goal that Dundee scored, our midfield was slow. We just couldn't catch up to the Dundee players. They just ran past our midfield. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, great. Is that all? Is that all you got? I don't know. They're not sharp. They don't seem sharp. And this has been ongoing. This has been like, I don't think it's going to solve anything if you sack the manager, David Gray, because he's trying to get in. You got to stick with your manager. Stick with your manager, guys. Don't let him go. I think he's a good guy. But just try and have some consistency. I mean, we do have consistency. It's just consistently bad. So you know what I mean.
That was good.
We want a proper consistency, and just.
Is there a lot of different players from last season?
I think there've been probably about 10 players. What we've had players that have signed for Hibs on long-term contracts and haven't been performing, or they've been injured, and so we've been trying to get rid of those players and bring some new ones in. So there've been outgoings and there've been incomings, probably about 7 or 8 incomings and about 8 or 9, 10 outgoings. I think you come at this stage of the season where you can't keep saying, "Oh, just got to give them time to gel." I mean, they're professional football players; they should know how to gel. You're still looking at that fly, aren't you?
No. I was thinking that was my thoughtful look then, believe it or not, because I was thinking how many games we got till Christmas, because that's normally halfway through the season.
A third of the way. Yeah. I mean, the Scottish League is slightly different. There's the first phase and there's a second phase and stuff like that. But yeah. And it's a smaller division as well, so less teams. So.
What do they do? Do they play each other 4 times? Can't remember now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what they do is
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, especially for my Hibs fans. Put it down. Do we play each other 4 times?
Yeah, I can't remember. For something in my head.
I know in the A-League you play each other twice plus, and either a home or an away against that team, and then the following season it's the opposite plus normal home and away. But yeah, so it's just concerning, I think, because with Hibs, slow start. We've got 5 points. It's the same number of points with Hearts.
Okay.
5 points. Ross County, I think it's 7. St Johnstone and St Mirren. And if we can't beat St Mirren, the only victory is against St Johnstone this year so far. So yeah, it is concerning, I think, for the fans. It's just. But the hospitality is great at Easter Road. Have you seen the hospitality video? I'd love to go there just for the hospitality.
It's just the way how you just did a 180 flip, but the hospitality. Brilliant.
I've seen it. I've seen the video of the hospitality at Easter Road.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Okay.
It's really good. And they upped their game there, so they're probably first in the first.
That's where all their
division.
money went. The money went on the hospitality. They need players. They're like, no, we're just going to make this look really good.
Have a good time. Yeah, but you want to be in the top flight. You want to. Yeah. It's an Edinburgh team. Come on. Man.
Yeah.
The capital city of Scotland.
It's getting cold, mate, as well.
It would
They've got no motivation now because of the weather.
They should be used to it, though.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on if they've got some Nigerian that they've signed comes over it. The Hibs is brilliant. Come on over like that. Man, this is cold. I'm going home.
That's true. Don't sign Southern European players. Sign Norwegians and Icelandic players. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think that would be that would be a thing. But let's see what happens. I mean, it was interesting when Hibs beat St Johnstone 2-0. And then I turned into the Long Bangers podcast with Matty Fernie.
Okay.
And they were all smiles and laughing. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're smiling for change.
It's like it sounds like to me, it's like when Arsenal had Arsene Wenger and all the fans were like, Wenger out, get out. And then when he wins, he's the best manager in the world. This is amazing. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the world. Is it like that?
Yeah. But look, that derby, that Edinburgh, sorry, not the derby, but the Dundee Hibs game was very, very equal. It was very balanced. It was like 8 shots each.
Okay. Yep.
4 shots each on target. Possession was pretty much 50-50.
Sounds like a good game.
So
it was
game. Like really. They just need to. Yeah, they just need to clear the ball.
Couldn't finish their iron brew.
Yeah. Iron brew.
I think I'm waking up now. I think the tea's kicked in.
Well, we're just about to finish now. Just kidding.
It's the head movement with this fly. Look,
this fly,
look at
there it is. It's on the Hibs logo. Let's take it off. Oh, wait a minute. There's an Auckland FC ball.
Oh, Christ. For goodness sake, you keep pulling this stuff out. Where did you get that?
Oh, I just got it from upstairs and cheers button. I'm just kidding.
They had one.
Oh, man.
Look at it.
Yeah, it says Black Knight on the other side.
Yeah, it does. I can see it now.
Yeah, Black Knight, see?
How much was that?
I don't know.
Did they give you it free with the flag?
No, I had to get it. It wasn't very expensive.
Okay.
The little ball, which I thought I would just put it on the podcast table, actually will fit properly inside there.
Hold on. Well, that's got to go there. It's almost the shape.
You can tell we're running out of material.
It's almost the shape of my head.
It is the shape of your head.
Put that over there. Hold on, because then it's. Look at that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I'm not drinking another cup of tea out of that now.
No, that's it. But yeah, last week's Premier League predictions, again, you beat me.
Again.
5-4.
Yeah.
I keep trying to think that West Ham can do something or Ipswich can cause an upset, but, I should just go with my gut feeling.
They're starting to separate now, to what you think. It's coming close to Christmas, so you can see where they're going to end up, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Let's
Yeah.
talk about, not that I've watched actually I've seen the highlights.
Actually, this can be like the crystal ball.
No, I'm not having any divination on this podcast, my friend. No swearing, no alcohol, no divination. No bugs and tea bar and
No
tea leaves.
bugs. It's a bit late for that. We've broken the cardinal rule. We've got the fly in here now. Go on. Then.
Yeah, tell me about the Southampton versus Leicester game. Oh my gosh.
What happened there? I didn't
Well,
see
Southampton
it.
were 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the second half, Leicester scores 2-1, 2-2, 2-3.
Oh, what a game.
What a game. What a
I
game. I
like
didn't
that.
have enough time to watch it in proper detail,
Yeah.
but I was like... And the icing on the cake,
What happened? Go on. What
Snake got red card.
happened? And he was off. I bet that's it.
That's the best result ever. Oh, man. Yeah. But, that was a drama on the South Coast.
Yeah.
Of a different sort.
Yep.
Um,
Good.
I didn't realise, but I thought that Southampton and Bournemouth weren't allowed to have a game on the same weekend on the South Coast. One had to be elsewhere and one here.
I
But
have no idea
maybe it's
about
because
that.
Bournemouth's game was slightly later or something like that. Next episode, we're going to bring in a fly swat.
We are.
Actually, I wanted to say thank you to Cheers Bar for hosting us
Yes,
again. Cheers Bar is at 561 George Street, opposite World Square. It's in the city. 24-hour, 24/7 sports bar, 3 levels. Goodness knows how many screens. All sorts of sports. Basketball.
There's one over there
There's one over there.
behind his head.
Basketball, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, AFL, rugby.
Well, I think upstairs at the moment, there's
Hey?
the Lakers are playing. There's baseball getting played as well.
Oh, baseball,
Yeah.
that's right. I watched the World Series from here when Atlanta Braves played the World
Okay.
Series. So anytime there's an event on.
Just out of interest, when you say World Series, do teams across the world play?
No, you know the answer to that. You know the answer to that.
Get it in there.
That's why you asked in the first place.
World Cup. It's not just the English teams. Oh,
No.
there's Brazil.
Logically, yes, but I mean, they should, the World Series, and you heard it first here at the Nick and Matt podcast, should have teams from Cuba and Japan,
Japan, they
and
love
Australia,
it. Philippines as well. They
Philippines.
love it,
Why not? The champion of that, bring them to the States
Yeah.
and have a proper World Series, not
Yeah.
an American/Canadian World Series.
don't they? Yeah, true. But yet again, coming back, Cheers Bar.
Cheers, Bar. Yeah, no, it's great. I've been bringing people here for the last 10 years to
Yeah.
watch some of the games and watch the Bournemouth games, Espanyol games, Atlanta United games, Atlanta Braves, baseball games. What else? Even when we're in the Championship, we come to watch.
We did, didn't we? We did, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to watch.
And because of the clocks have changed here, but when they change eventually, I think it's this weekend in the UK, we'll be coming to Cheers Bar at 6:45 kickoffs for whenever Bournemouth
morning.
play. Yeah, whenever Bournemouth play at 7:45 p.m.
Yeah.
on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It just
I
changes.
think it's
differs.
next week, isn't it?
Sorry?
Is it this week or next weekend, I think?
I think it's this weekend.
Yeah.
But watch this space because at the moment, with the clocks changing, the 3 p.m. kickoff times are 2 a.m. over here, and then if for those like myself who don't own a car, it's kind of hard to get back to where you live. So 6:45 kickoffs in the morning is probably the answer for the time being.
Or if you do own a car, it's very expensive.
Tolls, petrol.
fuel. Fuel's just gone up 50 cents up the road from ours.
50
It's
cents.
gone up 50 cents. Right, I'm showing me age now. It was at like 156. It's actually gone up more. It was 156. It went down to. It's like, come on, we're kicking it to the man, right? And then it shoots up to like 207.
Yeah, they lower it a little bit to get you off guard, and then bang.
Yeah, joke's on you.
Yeah, but mind
We went
you,
on a
the
bus.
price of avocados. one time they're 150 and the next time they're 250, and no one complains about that.
No, that's true. That's true. Saying that, I go to the market normally on a Saturday, and I go there. And 1 week, the shopping we normally get the same things: carrots, apples for me, apples for Cloaks, broccoli, tomatoes, and something else. 1 week it can be like 90 to 100, right?
How many kilos of carrots do you buy?
It's organic. It's organic. And then the next week it can be like 50, and you go, how does that work out? Yeah.
Who determines the price? Is there a central organic body?
I don't know.
This week, carrots should be like $6.99.
I buy organic eggs. That's something I do buy, and they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where all my money goes. And microphones.
Organic and microphones. Organic microphones?
Yeah, well, I don't want to get my tin foil hat. I just got that then.
There was a delay in the transmission.
That was brilliant. I didn't get that first of all. But yeah, the eggs. So I can't remember where I was going because that was brilliant.
I think you know what? I think the chickens set the price of the eggs.
$10 this week.
$10.
That sounded slightly Chinese then. $10.
The price of eggs brought to you by the Nick and Matt Football Podcast.
And the Chinese chickens.
Chinese chickens. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And if there is any Chinese chickens out there, we're not actually trying to make any offence to you.
No. But chickens won't be watching the podcast.
But yeah, so it is expensive coming in. Do you know what I mean? It's very expensive.
It is. But look, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Just too many things happening on the weekend.
Yeah.
So, actually, I wanted to say the man of the match for the Auckland FC versus Brisbane Roar was the Belgium second division player Verstraete.
Okay.
Seemed to be, in control, in command, just like Belgium. I mean, just like Waterloo, the Battle of Waterloo. Talking rubbish now.
Didn't someone lose? Didn't someone lose an eye there? There was someone throwing darts, a rogue dart player somewhere.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. I wrote down there, and that was another interesting game. Going back to the Auckland game, was the 40% possession for Auckland, 60% for Brisbane.
Ooh.
3 shots on target for Auckland, and 5 on target for Brisbane. So it was interesting. It was interesting, mind you. Some of the Brisbane shots were pathetic. They were on target, but they just trundled across to the goalkeeper. So technically, it was on target.
Yeah. Okay.
But so yes, I'm excited for Auckland.
Okay.
As you guys can tell, episode 14, episode 15 has a blue Auckland background. This time it's going to be red and black Bournemouth background.
It's gone back. It's going to go back to normal.
Back to normal. So I don't have anything else to say about football apart from what we've spoken about.
Yeah.
We do have match day 9 coming up.
Yep. Okay.
Have you got anything else to say about football?
Nah, nothing, mate. Nothing. This week, it's been a slow week for me watching or doing anything, to be honest. I'm still getting over the Sydney derby. still getting over the
hair loss.
Still getting over the dodgy burger that I had.
It was dodgy, was it?
No, it was nice. It was very nice. It was very nice. Food, actually, the food was very nice there, mate. It was a bit spread out. I didn't know I was in the queue. I was in the queue. I had a couple of pints of Guinness, and I'm in the queue waiting. I'm just like, get to the front, and I go, "Where's the food?" And the girl looks at me blankly. She goes, "It's just drinks." And I'm like, "Where'd you buy the food?" I think down there. Of course,
she probably looked at thinking, "Didn't you notice?"
But it was, so yeah.
This is the A-League experience for Matt.
Yeah. I'll tell you what did get me though, and this is on a personal level. So I said, "Does anyone want anything?" You were like, "No." Glenn goes, "Get me a red wine." I was like, "A wine at a football game?" I was like, "What's that?" And immediately, I hope Glenn's watching this, and I never told him this at the game. I immediately, in my head, had this thing of him sipping on this with his little finger, just going, with this red wine. He's been drinking pints for the game, before the game.
Yeah.
So that was quite funny. I was like, okay. He goes, yeah, no, going on the red wines now.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Glenn's the Nottingham Forest supporters group.
Episode 6 or 7.
Sorry?
I think episode 6 or 7 was he on?
One of those. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't miss it. When you look at it, it will have a Nottingham Forest symbol and an
a
extra person.
twisted Nottingham Forest because it's been sort of like pulled apart. Yeah. It's good. But so we've got match day 9 now. I was going to mention the first fixture.
Yep.
But we can't have that as the Leicester versus Forest because it's already been played.
Okay, already.
So just for fun, guess what the result was? Leicester City at home versus Forest.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for a Leicester win.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it was 3-1 to Forest.
Oh, up the Glen.
Up the Glen. Up the red wine.
Up the red wine. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. That's a great result.
That's a great result, isn't it?
Yeah, an amazing result. I generally thought...
So that Forest is well above Bournemouth now.
Are they?
Not that there's any rivalry between Forest, even
I
though
hate that, Glenn.
I
hate that, Glenn.
I know there are a lot of Bournemouth fans that have a bit of rivalry with Forest because in the first and possibly the second year we were in the Championship under Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
When we went up to play at Forest, I think there was a few. I think it was the local Forest Nottingham newspaper was actually quite condescending towards Bournemouth. You know,
Okay.
it was in the same tone as like, oh, we should put 4 or 5 against Bournemouth. And look, I guess they thought that was going to be the case because the first 2 games that Bournemouth played under Eddie Howe in the Championship, we lost. I think it was 5-1 away at Huddersfield and 6-1 away at Watford. They were our first 2 away games and we lost heavily. So I guess in one sense the Nottingham Post or newspaper, whatever it's called, thought that they were going to do the same.
Okay.
But it ended up being a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
So interesting. It's interesting times. That was about 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago now. But yeah, so different times now.
Yes.
We have Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth away to Aston Villa.
Right. I reckon. No, I reckon that's going to be a win for Bournemouth.
A win for Bournemouth.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to be a win for Bournemouth.
I think it's going to be a home win for Aston Villa. Sorry, guys. What a Bournemouth fan am I? Okay, a 1 and a 2. All right, Brentford versus Ipswich.
Brentford versus Ipswich.
I'm putting a 1, a home win for Brentford.
Yeah, go on then, mate. I'm going to match that.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to match that. That can go either way, I'd say. I reckon that can go either way.
Brighton and Hove Albion versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Brighton.
Yeah, same.
Because Wolves are on the slide at the moment.
Brighton handed it over to Wolves.
No. Yeah, no, I think Brighton's going to win that, mate. Genuinely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for this one?
Go on then.
Manchester City versus... Okay, let's do it. Everton versus Fulham.
Everton.
No, seriously, no. Manchester City versus Southampton.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, go on then. I'm going to go City.
City for me.
Yeah.
Everton at home versus Fulham.
Draw.
I'm going for an Everton win.
Okay.
Chelsea versus Newcastle.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, I think my phone vibrated in my pocket then. Just wasn't expecting it. Got to be Chelsea. Chelsea on that one.
I was going to say Chelsea, but you know what? I think Newcastle are going to do it. Eddie's going to rally the troops. Crytot. Crystal Palace versus Tottenham.
Crytop. I thought that's not Spanish. Crytop. Spurs.
Spurs.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna go Spurs. Yeah. I'm just trying to back West Ham, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, and they're not delivering. You guys are not delivering, so therefore you're not getting my vote. West Ham United versus Manchester United.
Yeah, it's got to be Man U, I'd say, even with their current form.
Yeah, I'd say the same. And the big and juicy one, the Arsenal versus the Liverpool. Remember, you are in a Liverpool pub?
Do you know what, mate?
Clear stop.
I would have said an Arsenal win. I reckon they're going to come out and try and prove something. But I imagine it might be a draw. It might be a boring game. If it's not, it's going to be a hell of a game.
Right, so I accidentally put 2 on your column. I'll put a draw.
Okay, cool.
So I'll just have to override it there. I'll get you to initial it as well.
For future reference.
Whilst we're at it, might as well do a prediction score for Auckland versus Sydney FC. What do you reckon?
I don't know, mate. I'd say Sydney. Well, actually, where is it? It's at home, isn't it?
It's at Auckland.
Yeah, so I'm going to say if they're on their current form of winning, Auckland. Because the travel.
Yep.
There's a time difference.
And we might as well do Hibs versus Hearts.
Oh, I got no idea.
No idea. I don't think we've got a symbol for no idea.
I've got no idea,
Question
mate.
mark for you.
I don't watch Scottish football. I've got absolutely zero idea apart from Celtic and Rangers. Celtic and Rangers. So I'm going.
Even then, you don't have any idea about.
No, exactly.
Celtic or
Well, it'd
Rangers.
be Celtic, wouldn't it? Go Hibs.
I'm putting a home draw, and that's being positive for Hibs. So I'll put same for you.
Yeah.
Same for you. See, copycat. All right. Okay. So we've got some predictions for next week, not just Premier League, but Scottish Premier football
Premier
and the A-League. So that's it. I think we are done. We are doing next week we've got an interview from England for the Barcelona derby. So we'll be chatting to the head of the Espanyol supporters group England, Jaime.
Cool.
So that'll be fun, and yeah, that's it. Comment, like, subscribe. I think I said that 3 times
down
now.
below, please.
And comment any predictions maybe if you think the Scottish Premier League prediction is correct. But mind you, by the time you watch this, the game would have been finished. So
yeah.
But it's always fun to predict games, eh?
Yes.
Adds an extra spark. So
yeah, totally. All right, mate.
All right. Do you want to head the ball to me?
Go on then.
Go on
then. Hey!
saved it.
Let's try a better one. Come on, let's have a better
Do a
one.
better one.
Yay!
There we go. Thanks for watching.
Take care.
Take care.
See ya.
See ya.